Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. You can subscribe right here to get the latest from the show and check out more of the best clips from Up and Adams, or go watch a few segments from other shows on FanDuel.
What it do? Y'all back at it. You feel me? We up here with Up and Adams. We got my boy Patrick Surtain. You feel me? The one and only best corner in the game. We over here with the best host of one of the most popular podcasts out here. You feel me? Miss K. Adams.
Wow, Courtland, Sutton. You got a future, but not until you get, I don't know, an All-Pro, a couple Super Bowls. We got Courtland, Sutton, and Patrick Surtain. I don't know do I want you two getting along during training camp? Shouldn't you guys be at each other's throats a little bit?
No,
it's friendly competition out here.
Yeah. Out here grinding, making each other better. That's all.
That's it.
I walked in today. No disrespect to you, Courtland, but it was Surtain jerseys all over the place. That's got to feel good, right? Those numbers, everyone has your jersey. What is that like?
It's pretty cool. Seeing the fan base support you in that manner. Just seeing it across the whole, training camp practice. It makes me, feel excited in some sort. So it's pretty dope to see.
Yeah, Garrett Wilson, I was with him. He said you locked him up. He's like losing sleep over it. Davante Adams says that you're the best corner in the National Football League. What is it like to go up against Mr. Iron Sharpens Iron, Pat Surtain?
Man, it's the best. I tell guys all the time, I get to go against the best corner in the game. I get to come out here and, work on my craft against the best. And, when I do that, it only gets me better. It gets me ready for the season. And, I look forward to coming out to practice. I look forward to getting to go against Pat every day. Because at the end of the day, I feel like I'm only getting better, and that's ultimately what we're trying to do during training camp. Go out here and push each other to elevate our games, continue to elevate. And like I said at the beginning, I'm chasing these accolades that Pat's been able to, acquire early on in his career, trying to get the All-Pro attached to my name, get another Pro Bowl attached to my name, and then ultimately become a playoff team and be a Super Bowl champion. So all of these reps, that's ultimately what we're trying to get out here and do. Pat go out there and do his thing on defense, and I'm able to go vice versa, do my thing on offense.
Courtland, how many quarterbacks have you had? 9?
I think this is
9. Yeah. Sheesh is right. It's insane. 9 quarterbacks.
9?
That's impossible, truly. And for you to be able to be a standout wide receiver, given that situation, facts. It's beyond crazy. Now you have what I assume is your guy. I know he hasn't been named the starter because coach wants to be some Parcells, old school, whatever. But tell me about the chemistry, because I was here at practice and it was him to you the whole time.
Yeah, it's been nice. It's been nice. Like you said, Coach, I think coaches, wanting to leave it open and see what happens. And, I think the guys have been doing really well. I don't want to discredit Zach and Jared. They've been doing their thing. But, Bo had a really good showing in the preseason game. And, watching him go out there and command the huddle and command the offense, especially in the 2-minute drill, I think it's really cool to be able to see him go out there and do that and have the success that he had. And then, he's been doing his thing and progressing in practice. And I think that's ultimately what you want to see out of a young guy, but especially out of a young quarterback. Command the huddle, continue to command the offense, continue to grow, find his reads, and to be able to make the throws. And, he's been doing that. And it's been a lot of fun watching him grow in these past 3 weeks of practice. And, it's early. We got a lot of ball left to practice and go play. And so it's been a lot of fun watching him develop and grow.
Can you give me like a specific that you're like, oh shit, he's gotten really a lot better at this day to day?
Man, the huddle, honestly, I think that the transition from college to the NFL, I know for myself, and I hear from a lot of other young guys, is, nowadays in college, you stay on the field, look at the sideline, you get your signal, and everybody stays in one spot and then goes out there and runs a play, where it's like, now it's like you got coach in your ear telling you this, 20-word play, and you got to be able to relay it to everybody in the huddle, because you're telling everybody in the huddle.
There's no
what they
way he's
do.
giving him 20-word plays,
I mean,
right?
All right.
He's got to be shortening that up,
right?
right?
Sound like.
Really?
I mean, defense, ready, break. The boys still be in the huddle. I'd be like, oh.
Really?
You see the whole picture book on the sideline? I'm like, yeah.
I feel like we're gonna have to adjust to him. He is an older rookie. When I interviewed him before he was drafted, I was like, "You're a grown man. You're not like he's not a rookie." I think that's a really good thing for this team, as young as it is. Pat, you've gone against Tua. You've gone up against Jalen Hurts.
Mm-hmm.
What stands out about Bo Nix?
Yeah, I just think he's very composed. He understands the offense very well. Obviously, his chemistry with Court, Tim, Josh, and everybody, I think it stands out. And he's taking command of the huddle, taking control, and he's just looking very confident. I just remember, like, the first day he was here in OTAs, he made a no-look pass, and everybody was like, okay, He's coming in with that mojo, that swagger, but it's good to have, good to see. Him coming in with that experience and that confidence, it speaks for itself.
I love that. And you're obviously helping him get better. Contract situation coming up. I mean, your Davante Adams gave you a seal of approval, all of that. I guess I just want to ask you. I mean, when I'm out here, if there was one NFL city I could live in, it'd be this one. You are this team. I think so, yeah.
What you like
Can
about
you
it?
imagine? I think just the air of the fans, everyone's like kind of chill. Like it just seems, I don't know, it's good. It's great.
Okay.
Nice little
you guys
aura.
don't agree with me?
No, we 1,000%. We just wanted to hear your opinion.
For sure.
It's a good aura, as you're saying. I'm not going to ask you what it would mean to you to stay here. Can you imagine playing anywhere else?
At this moment, no. I just think the whole organization as a whole is great. From the front office to the coaches, to the teammates, everybody around the organization. I just think they do a very good job making sure their players okay, making sure they're right, and makes you want to play here for a long time. So, I don't see myself going anywhere further. Obviously, contract talks going to play a big role, but at the end of the day, I love it here.
Courtland, we're talking about Riley. Tell me about going up against him.
I've purely enjoyed going up against Riley. I think that I don't know if I've spoken on it before, but I think that Riley was doing really good last year as a rookie. He unfortunately had an injury during training camp that wound up limiting him during training camp. But he looked good last year, and he came in this year and he's been focused. I can tell that he's been trying to work on his technique, critiquing his technique. He's a competitor, which is, I think that's the biggest thing that you have to have at that position. They have one of the hardest jobs on the field. They're going backwards, and they have to guard guys that are running, 4-4, 4-3, 4-2 at them, and they have to be able to react and do it in a way that isn't going to, cause a penalty. And, I think he's been doing a really good job of fine-tuning his technique, fine-tuning his, abilities, and, he has the best in his room to be able to learn from. I'm not in their room, but from what I've seen on the field, it seems like he's trying to take as much as he can from Pat. And if he continues to do that, then, the skies is his ceiling, as people would like to say.
Pat, you're in the room with him. Could this be a starter in the NFL?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I see it every day. He's like a sponge. He's willing to learn, soak up game. But also, when he comes out here, he's competing at a high level. He's finishing every play, finishing every rep. And when you see a guy like that that's that determined, I mean, the sky's the limit for him. Obviously, I think he got a little chip on his shoulder because there's a motto out there saying that there's only three white corners in the NFL, so everybody gonna be like, "Oh man, let's see what he got." You know what I mean?
If he gets named the starter, he'll be the only white starting cornerback.
Yeah, I mean, shoot. I mean, that's kudos to him. That's
How
a
does he
big
handle that? How does he handle the joking?
I mean, shoot, he take it how it is. Obviously, it's a joking matter.
Of course.
Obviously he knows his talent at the end of the day, but when we would talk to him about it, it'd be jokes and laughter for sure.
I want to ask you about Garrett Wilson. I know he gave you your flowers, but he said you locked him up so badly. He has lost sleep over it. You get the Jets week 4. I have the stat line right here in case anyone's wondering. You held him to 1 reception and 11 yards on 5 targets. Is your plan to ruin this man's sleep cycle once more?
Hey, man, we out here competing, but, I'm looking to get the best of that for sure. You know what I mean? I'm out here competing, but Garrett, he's a great player. I'm looking forward for those matchups. Obviously, got him and A-Rod back, so that connection going to be strong. But, I look forward to it for sure. In MetLife, I'm just looking forward to compete.
We'll see how that goes.
We'll see how it goes.
Of course, you're playing in the preseason, which we love to hear, I heard.
Yeah, I'm looking towards playing this week. So
that's good. Let's talk about Sean Payton, my favorite subject. How has he changed from last? I mean, I think about it, and I'm like, he came into this, like, not last minute, but not with a full off season or a plan. He had to do all this. Like, he's so aggressive. He's a maniac. He's like details, or he's obsessed with. Has he evolved at all? Has he adjusted as the team has? What's like the energy switch that you guys have seen out of him?
Yeah, I just think for his standpoint, obviously his resume speaks for itself. I mean, he knows how to win at a high level, but when he's out here, seeing us, grind each and every day, I just think he's very happy how far we've grown as a team, honestly. And, when you have a coach like that believes in you and trusts in your ability on both defensive side of the ball and offensive side of the ball, I mean, all you got to do is just rise the level of play. And that's the standard that he's been holding us to, and we've been, rising up to that.
He
for
seems
sure.
to feel like this team is buying into wanting to be coached, wanting information, and a lot of veterans left from last year, but the young players are buying what he's selling. It sounds like. Do you think that's true, Courtland?
Yeah, 1,000%. I think that Pat hit it on his head. Coach came in last year, and I think he had to set the foundation. He's had the success, and he had to come in and set the foundation for what the expectations are. And I think that foundation got laid very, very firmly and sturdily. And I think this year has been, we're putting up the walls, and I think everything is coming into itself because we all understand, the guys that have been here last year, we understand what the expectations are. And so now coach doesn't have to keep harping on what the expectations are. It's like, okay, now we know what that is. Now let's take it to another level. Let's take practice to another level. Let's take the competition to another level. Let's take the focus, the meetings, everything to another level. And I feel like that's where everything has been. And you said it, you've known coach probably longer than we have. He is a attention to detail, to a different level, and it's fun to be able to do that. And I think that us having last year, it allows him to still be on that, but focusing on something else. It's like, okay, we laid that foundation. You guys understand the formation. You guys understand the concepts. Let's take it to another level. You guys, let's. I don't have to talk about that anymore, but this part of the route, let's be detailed in this part of the route so that we can not have to go back.
He stopped practice today and ran in the middle of everything to coach up a screenplay. I'm like, he's insane.
Yeah, that
literally coached up a
detailed
bubble.
oriented.
Coached up a bubble today.
No, I saw. I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing? But
Yeah,
I love
man.
to see it. I love you too. I'm just so excited to be here. We'll be back after this. Courtland Sutton coming to an All-Pro playoff New Year and Patrick Surtain, a Denver Bronco for life.
Yeah.
Awesome.